What's going on, everyone? NoZoupForYou here, and today I've got something a little different for you. I have an unboxing video. Some of you might remember that a little while ago I came in second place in a World of Warships contest for a short story, and as a result I won Victory at Sea, Battle for the Pacific by Warlord Games. And here it is. It is in my possession. In addition to this, I also won the Navy fleet of my choice, and that was the United States Navy. So both of those are in my possession. I'm going to unbox this though, show you everything that comes in it, and it is a collaboration with World of Warships. I mean, you can kind of see that right here. It's got the little World of Warships symbol. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you what's in here and give you my overall opinions of it, and you can decide for yourself whether or not you want to get it. But you know what? I'm looking forward to this. I'm very excited about playing it. So without further ado, we're going to get into this, and you can see right now, I mean, there's a fair amount of stuff in the box for this base starter set, the War for the Pacific, or battle as it were. You can see we've got these bubble wrap containers, and these all have your ships in them. Your resin coated ships, and there's quite a few packages of these. You get both the United States Navy factions and you get the Imperial Japanese Navy factions. No battleships or anything, but you do get a fair amount of cruisers and destroyers. Now, the US and Navy set that I have actually does come with a battleship, and it does come with an aircraft carrier. So I'm just going to open one of these right now, and I'm going to show you what comes in it. And what you're looking at right now, these are the Japanese cruisers that come with the set. And there are a total of 3 of them, and you can see me pulling them out right now. You can see the other pieces that come with them as well, and I'm just going to go ahead and open the US Navy cruisers as well. There's 3 of those, and you can kind of see the piece I'm holding right here. Those are the guns and some of the other fine parts. Now, these are resin printed for this. However, the US and Navy set, all those are replaced with white metal, which are a little more durable, they're a little more malleable, and just, I guess, overall better looking. But you can see right here, I've got some IJN cruisers. I've got 2 Mogami classes. This is the Mogami proper, along with the Furataka, and the build on these is just really, really nice. They did a wonderful job. You can see the waves on top of the ocean, and it's going to be really fun painting these. I'm looking forward to it. Here's the other Mogami class. That's a Furataka I've got in the middle right here. So very well done, just very beautifully created right here. So it's going to be fun painting these. And, you know, with miniatures like this, with games, that's kind of half the battle, you know, just, and part of the fun, really, just painting these. And if any of you has watched Jingles lately, Jingles has done some miniature painting. I think his have been basically figurines, not warships, though. So maybe these will be the first warships out of a CC. I don't know. I don't know anyone else who's done this, but I'm looking forward to it. And here you have your US and Navy ships. We've got a Northampton class. We've got USS Indianapolis here. So, you know, we've got the nostalgic ship, USS Houston, and a little bit of flash on there you can see. And you just kind of got to cut those off. It's not that hard, really. It's not that bad at all. And these are pretty sturdy. I mean, for resin printing, of course resin is sturdy. And again, here are the parts that go with it. I'm just going to put those back right now. And in you go back into your protective bubble wrap. The next step I'm going to do with these is I am going to spray paint them with my airbrush. I'm going to put a primer coat of gray on them so they're easier to paint. Now, these are the destroyers. There's quite a few of them. There's 6 Fletcher class destroyers included in this set, and there are 3 Mogamis. Or, excuse me, Fubuki. I mean, we already talked about Mogamis. Mogami is not a destroyer. 3 Fubukis, and I imagine the reason for that is Fubukis are a little bit stronger than the Fletcher, at least torpedo-wise. Anyone that plays World of Warships probably knows that. or you might be thinking right now, man, this game got it messed up. There should be more Fubukis than Fletchers, because Fletcher's a better ship. And in the game it is. But here it's a little bit different, and there are probably reasons why you have more Fletchers and more ships overall than the Japanese Navy. I don't know yet, and it's one of the things I got to learn. I got to learn all the nuances of the ships, the firing systems, and just why Fubuki is so much better that it would warrant only having 3 instead of 6, like you have the Fletchers. So moving on, I'm just going to put these up right now and get them out of the way since we've looked at them already. There's a lot more stuff in this set that I want to get to right now, so the next thing we're going to look at are the ship cards. And these are vital to the game because these are going to tell you the stats of the individual ships, how much hit points they have, how much damage the guns can do. And you can see right here, here's the Mogami, and the ships are assigned a point value, plus there's some historic information on there, some very cool tidbits about the ship, refits and everything else, and those refits are going to actually affect how the ship plays itself. On the top and the bottom, you've got some damage scores, and you can kind of see down here also, I've got the black and red chits that go on the damage markers in there. So there's one for every ship. Got multiple Fletchers right here. You can see Fletcher. It tells you other ships in the class, what they did, O'Bannon, and various other Fletcher classes of import. And you can see right here, here's the here are the black and red markers, and those are just going to come out, and when the time comes, they're going to slide over the appropriate point value, which I don't know how that works yet. Haven't got that far. Haven't read the instructions. Need to. I'm just really busy with painting the ships, or getting ready to paint the ships right now, because in my opinion, that's part of the fun. It's part of the real fun right there. So it's relaxing, right? Relaxing. Yeah, exactly. Next thing we've got right here are the dice, and there are a lot of dice. We've got 12-sided dice, we've got regular 6-sided dice, and just an absolute plethora of them, because these are going to be what are used to roll damage and defense and all that stuff. We've also got something else that's equally important. We've got our sea maps, and that's just a giant map with a copy of the sea on it. And you know what I think I might do in the future, I might actually make my own. You know, take a large table and maybe paint the ocean on it and do a resin pour on the top to give it a nice, glossy, clear, protective cover to play on. If I get real serious in this game. I don't know, maybe. I mean, that would be cool. And I do plan on playing this with family and friends and everything else, so yeah, we'll see where that leads. But for now, you know, these are going to work. And you get 2 of them there. They're fairly large. I think the engagement area is obviously several feet by several feet. I mean, think World of Warships. Probably about the same size, right? Right. I don't know. I really don't. But I can only assume. I can only assume. Now, one of the things you can do in the future is take some plasticine and create islands to put on there that'll break cover and line of sight and everything else. And I think I might do that in the future as well. Next, we have this big, thick piece of cardboard that has all kinds of markers. It's got smoke plumes. It's got this cool little handy-dandy ruler that I'm holding right now, and that's what you use to determine how far your ship goes, how much it turns, your firing angles, and everything else. So this little ruler right here is a very, very important piece in this set, but that's not the only important thing that comes in this cutout right here. As I said, you've got other damage markers, and just various states of gameplay that you need to keep track of. And lastly, well, second to last, you see this code for World of Warships right there. Lastly, we have the all-important rules manual. And this just comes with everything you need to know about the game. There's those markers I was talking about on the top and the bottom. Don't know what they mean. Here are the ships painted. Look absolutely beautiful. And there's all the tools that come with it again. Tools and controls. You also get airplanes. I forgot about that. And there's the Essex right there. And that actually came in the USN Fleet kit that I have that I'm going to show you here shortly. It tells you about your movement phase, gunnery phase, all the phases during gameplay, ending phase, just everything you need to know. So there's a lot there, and you know, this kind of reminds me of the old school Axis and Allies, the big board game, not the miniatures one for War at Sea, which was a fairly simple game. I mean, it used dice, and I mean, I don't want to say it was easy, but it's a lot easier than this game appears to be. So, last but not least, here's a World of Warships code for a new player. I don't know. If any of you wants to snag this code out there, just go ahead and take it. Give it to a player that you want to get into the game. It's yours if you can read it, if you can send it. You know what? It's cool. It's fine. I don't mind. I don't need it. I don't know anyone else that needs it, so there you go. So now I'm going to throw everything back in here, and I am going to show you the USN fleet that I did get, because I think it's really, really cool. There's USS Essex, can't talk straight, Essex, and we've got some more Northampton-class cruisers, Houston, USS Houston, and the resin, again, I can't tell you how beautiful it is. And there's some Clemson-class destroyers. You get 3 of those. I mean, you get a lot of ships with this kit, and there's the USS New Mexico, which I haven't put the guns in place because they didn't actually include them with the kit, so I'm waiting for the replacements to arrive before I can put it back together and get it ready to go. I still painted it, though. I still painted it. And you can kind of see the white metal pieces, those very thin. I guess the poles right there. I'm sure there's a nautical term for that. And the bridge on this one is white metal. What are those? I don't know. The Clemsons are very well done. And there's also another ship that I want to show you that I did get. And the reason I'm going to show it to you here in a second after I just get done showcasing these is I felt the... and here we go again. Here are the white metal pieces on the side. Just very fine and just really add to the overall look. I mean, just really gorgeous. The reason why I got this ship I'm about to show you is the IJN Navy needed something to make it a little bit better. Really no match for a USS New Mexico if I decide to play it, so I decided they need some firepower, and I got the Yamato, and you can see that right here. I haven't put the main guns in right now just because I want to paint the deck that nice tannish color that the Yamato has. You see how big it is too. I mean, these are what, 1/3000th or something, and even still it's a big ship, especially against the USS Essex. It doesn't necessarily dwarf it, but you can tell it's a much bigger ship, and you can also see how small the New Mexico is compared to it. So that's the USN fleet plus Yamato. The USN fleet, again, was the fleet I chose. I could have chose Japan. Right here, I'm just kind of showing you the different parts. The waves, the little turret holes that you can put in it. And, you know, just really well done. Really well done. So I'm looking forward to actually playing this, painting the decks and everything else. And, you know, I'm kind of a war gamer. I like these type of things. So this is right up my alley. Hopefully it's up your alley too. Again, Warlord Games. They're located in Great Britain. These are made to order if they don't have them. So the wait's never that long. I think it's worth it though. You get some really well crafted ships. And I'm looking forward to painting them. And again, it's a World of Warships collaboration. So it's got that going for it as well. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you're doing wonderful. Take it easy. Zoop out.